Well, it's and if you stick with it, you master things, and that's just a basic, it's like, that's a basic wisdom. It's just sticking with it, that focus, and you will master yourself through it, and that one particular, until you're ready to move on to something new, or something different. It just depends on how you're moved, right? But yeah, it's certainly perseverance is the hugest part of the arts. Because at first, everything that we try that's experimental to our very psychological and physical being is incredibly challenging and difficult, and very, so much doubt, so much fear, so much personal judgment. So it's like, and obviously external judgment, like what will people think? And that comes down to the major block about art. What will people think? And in fact, what we do it for is so people think. And it's the fact that we do think. that we do create. It's like, it's so funny, it's like, it's a strange, there's this irony ripped up into every single part of it, so it's like this incredible mixture of so many things. It's funny, but the discovery itself is just, wow. You have to free yourself, and then when you free yourself, you begin to have fun. Oh, that's what we forget to do so much, is just to have a little fun. Because that's the challenge. It's like we just get so wrapped up in like, it's so important. And it's just like, and I'm just so everything from political stuff to self, whatever. It's a constant struggle with yourself. But if you can just sort of relax a bit, it kind of starts to become fun. And then people feel that. And I mean, it's just exciting, like, to be able to have fun with yourself, with the physical stuff. The physical world. I think, obviously, and then when you stick to it and you persevere, you begin to master amazing things. Look what we've done. Our cities, our architecture, our paintings. The perseverance of one or two men or women, and it's changed the world. Picasso's and Gaudi's, and pretty strong stuff. Perseverance is a beautiful thing. For your personal thing, whatever that is. Figurative, but abstract expressionism. So representing, it's not representational. It's an articulation of mood and color and form and movement, and it's very different. It's very different from representing something. It's representing atmosphere. It's representing the deepest parts of your feelings. It's not necessarily like taking something that I do, which is, really making a prominent story and a figure and characterization and gesture, and so I focus on it's just for different focal points. Right? But the brilliance is all the same. This is really strong. Yeah, I mean, it's wild. He explodes on the canvas. I've been illustrating a lot, so there's a difference. But it's okay.
What's his name?
Fernando Tomas. Yeah, it's really good. It's a network, that people go to, whether it's on the web or if it's in a building or if it's, that's just sort of the credibility issue. You've been very ethereal. This is all happening! Trust me! If you don't trust me, you're fuckers! That's sort of what I felt from you from the get-go, as if it's funny. I was like, okay. But if you build the network, they'll come. So, good luck. on that one, you just have to...
Get out of here.
It's okay. Finance stuff is the most ill-quality, I'd like to see the network become the mainstream, the network of creativity. Like we're all, in the forefront instead of the background, more or less, or the underground, which is in most cases. But that's good. It's really good. It's a huge challenge, and beautiful challenge. And I think you're worth, you can do it. It's just a matter of perseverance. Which you have been, I guess, for 10 years at least now, so that's good. You'll see. Exciting. No, that's a huge, huge step. It's a first step. We all need to have that first one. So, as you keep, it's nice. It's really nice, and just keep walking, regardless. That's hard. Because we often stall and be like, well, is this the right... We're always fighting to making the next step. Or is this the right step? I think that's what stops us from taking the next step. Is this the right step, or is this the right direction? There's always these. Instead of just directing yourself,
and creating your own reality, your own beauty, your own path. I mean, it's up to you. So it's like, I think that's really fun, about existence. It's like that we do that. It's like, this is the right step, and this is the right step, and this is the right step, because that's the dance, regardless of conception. Just being able to stop judging, stop the right and wrong. Just be able to to move. Move from that inner feeling, and what's deeply right. You can feel it. When the steps. When it's out of balance. So, well, would hope so.
Well, usually the wall you run into tells you.
Well, that's yes, or psychosis. It depends. I mean, you never know. I mean, you'd find out if you're, really out the deep end pretty soon. By walls or wells.
Well, it's usually in the eyes of whoever is looking at you. There's a look that everyone has when you can go, okay, something's off here.
It's like that vacant sort of the deep, deep abyss of and you're like, oh no. It's very cool. It's good. No, it's okay. The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing and really expect different results. That is a psychosis. And that is the major psychosis of trying to deal with conflict. Always, it's never going to work. It's just not, I heard there's a wonderful writer named Stuart Wilde, and he has a website, actually, which is really lovely. I'm sure you know of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he's I like how he deals with things. He sort of looks at things and his intaken so much of his life and has become this spiritual warrior, more or less. And he says things that are really beautiful, just about dealing with these major stuff with softness. A nice word. It's just even when you say it, you feel it. Softness. Dealing with something with softness. I mean, even for your inner development, just dealing with things softly. Oh, what a wonderful thing to say. Just the notion and the signpost that feels for. Like that. You say the word softness, and you feel that. It's very exciting. It's like that's metaphysics. You say something, or you feel you feel everything. You're feeling everything. So it's like what you're constructing to feel. It's like this. So if you're dealing with things, if you're open and creative with your inner development, then what you feel is that. But if you feel and experience, if you're always conceptualizing conflict, then you're always going to be feeling that. It's a constant cycle, so that's not going to change. That is a pattern. But it's a self-sustained pattern because you're thinking conflict and feeling conflict, you're seeing conflict, and so therefore you feel conflict. So this is very sort of insane, continuously over and over again. It's like a little bit. I mean, there's obviously, yes, there's sometimes where you do have to pick up a sword and cut down a wire or move something out of the way, or there is times when change is incredibly important, and sometimes it is physical, and sometimes, but I have to get that.